Bard comes through for Carrier. I'm not really a big fan of Bard here. I think Bard is best utilized when you're playing into a mobile carries. You can set up an ult on them. Obviously, there's other value in his roam potential. But there's so much.
Let's hope we don't see what we saw in game 1 at the beginning of that one. Let's jump onto the rift for game 2. But if you win tonight, you get that number 9 for those individual players. As KT is looking to invade here and set up their on the top side, although Barrel is down on the bottom side of the map at the moment, so we'll see where they go with this.
Yeah, I guess maybe concerned about playing into the double ranged as ranged melee.
Oh, Carrier got one. Also
the smite.
Forced the smite. Yeah, he's just level 3. He's coming in behind Faker as they do know that the Skarner is here. And now Faker going to be knocked towards the wall. He does dodge the knock up here. He goes for the ghost, but he's basically just running in circles waiting for Owner to come on over, who is going to bail him out. But now a bit of damage into Owner as well. The Unbind comes in and forces the flash from Owner. The flash on in for BDD, and he gets first blood just like that.
Early on, I think that's what ends up being the main issue. Because as we can see, initial setup here, not finding the Q3 and not finding the wall slam. With the ghost,
keep going.
It's just not enough. And
go for Vi.
The fact that Owner, I think, could have flashed a lot earlier here and denied a lot of the Skarner damage.
Because surely they knew that Kyoshik was there. I think Faker should have just...
An opponent is itemized for the opposite damage source.
Setting a trap for Perfect here.
Yeah, a little bit of a trap. I mean, Barrel's here as well, and could try to go for it, though. The flash on in, the Ornhorn going to be blown here as well. Perfect, not even bothering to flash, and it's going to bite him back as that is the kill. Owner comes in and just way too much CC, more than Perfect was expecting. To do that on the Kai'Sa.
Also saw Perfect there at the beginning when that initial crash from Faker came through.
But really, particularly the Nasus benefits a lot from that movement speed at close distance.
Trying to clear the wave here. He's got Carrier to just stasis everything up there, and this is an Ornn as the Impale will come in, but the stun is there from Carrier, and the knockup from the Ornn, but Depth, he lives just barely, and eventually does go down to Carrier's auto. Barrel as well is going to bite the dust eventually as Faker comes in, just collects a kill. Not half bad at the end of the day as T1 take the gold lead.
I think this Nasus is very, very weak, but already reinforcements on the way here for T1.
Yeah, and I mean the setup here from the side of T1, especially because Kyoshik is just
dead. He's just
alone farming in the jungle. I mean, he's Skarner. He can go through walls. Surely he's dead.
Yeah, he's gone through walls towards T1's base.
Yeah, the only question is who gets the kill. It will be the Vine.
During this mid wave, which does give T1 the space. Zeus on the flank has his ultimate available.
It's about to get very interesting. Let's see, BDD looking for the knockup, and now the Ornhorn's going to be called. Nice little angle, but a big engage from Barrel into the equalizer, and Impale, it's just a massive wobble that comes in. T1 are trying to turn something. They do get the 1 kill, and a massive Bard ult as well. But at the end of the day, do they have to follow up damage to kill any of these low health members is the question. Guma trying his best to do exactly that, but he can't get the 1 kill. Carrier's going to go down, and BDD is still alive. And it's Guma Usier bust, but he is gone as KT win a gigantic team fight.
BDD can cancel Fakers, right? So if BDD decides to teleport in, there isn't really a whole lot that Faker can do besides try to damage him as much as possible, as Barrel does not care about your measly turret. They will just slam this down. Gonna trade that for the bot side outer.
It is a Skarner can get over walls though.
They're going to get the ults from Carrier in there, and yeah, the Skarner goes in, and it just goes over to Kyoshik, and they do have this magical journey. Barrel trying to follow, but he just says, no, it's not worth it. We got the Drake. We don't need the kill. We're already ahead, and we will deny the Cloud Soul point from T1. It's just saying, I have to go in.
95. Oh. There, and obviously a lot of damage coming in, the equalizer being dropped.
Don't go too far.
Oh, 다행이다.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
Goes to Worlds for the loser. It's over as BDD. He's going deep.
Yeah, just doing Yone things, and the Ziggs just not very much like that.
Fine, but still hitting enough of those onto people like Guma or Owner in the long run is going to be something that KT can rely on to set up for these dives, right? Like 1 or 2 Ws alone could be enough.
Okay, that is a big committal, but it's a carry ult to deny all the damage, and now T1 are perfectly set up for the wombo combo once again. Equalizer comes down, it's a perfect angle from Perfect, and T1 are burnt to a crisp as KT will win the fight and will take the Baron.
The anti-synergy on display. Carrier goes for the flashy play and then blocks his entire team's damage and hands the Baron straight over to KT. What a misplay, what an unforced error from T1.
Being absolutely huge. And of course, T1 heavily over-investing is not going to get in, but they get the turn, and that's the main goal.
Yeah. I mean, with the Baron just trying to really escalate your gold lead, and now trying to flash on a guy who's invisible, and Owner has to go in. Bit of damage to Zigzult over the top, and they finally do get Perfect. It's a trade 1-for-1, but Faker is probably going to go down. This is a pretty decent Bard ult, but it's only going to delay the inevitable as Faker, super low, he's in the back line, gets ulted on, down he will go. It's a triple for Deft, who is just running around the fight.
KT, this team, very often a complete enigma. What do they get? The turn on the Perfect, but...
Well, this is just insult to injury. Guma doesn't have flash, and I think eventually he should die. There you go. Pyosik just gonna bop him on the head with a claw.
Now that the Kai'Sa is online, he is getting bonked on the head.
Yeah, Deft just is in melee range against a big Nasus who isn't very fed, but actually it's just a bait all along. As Faker's running the other way. There's a Bard ult. Faker's like, I need more stacks. Hold on. Not the best timing there, and now this fight is very broken up. That's a double impale, and both of these guys are just dead. As is just caught in the crossfire. He's going to be going down as well. KT just crossing their eyes, crossing their T's, dotting their I's rather. As Faker is still just holding the wave, trying to keep the game alive.
He's just building stacks, right? It's what Nasus does.
Still farming.
Yeah,
eventually he'll get there.
Barrel's going to win this 1v1. Unfortunately, BDD on the way as well.
I mean, I guess he held the wave, but...
Yeah, BDD even QSS is the wither, so he just need to hit a Q at some point.
Dodge everything. Nah, he's trying his best. I mean, the Nasus can be pretty funky like this. The ult will be committed to as BDD has had enough, and they do take him down. He was there in game 1 as well, but he was the only one in game 1, so... Now he's got a team behind him, and KT, 10,000 gold ahead almost, are looking for their second Baron.
All they got to do is turn. Just don't flip, don't risk giving it over. As long as Owner isn't allowed near the pit, does a flash and ult.
Well, they're trying to keep him out of the pit, and there is the turn. A lot of wombo combo bouncy castle behind the wall there.
Dead.
Yeah, BDD goes down, and Baker's pretty tanky. A big impale, but Pyosik getting low. I think the wallets might just be a bit too heavy, though. A pretty decent fight, all things considered, but the wallets are there for the side of KT. Extremely messy, and T1 will deny the Baron for now.
It's not clean, but it's KT. Everything's fine. They have enough threats.
Ooh.
I think a bit of a messy fight's not the end of the world. As long as you don't give over the Baron and the bounty and allow
more damage avoidance from them.
You think of a BDD stepping out up there.
Oh, okay. The Zanya's going to have some big value there as BDD finds Guma, and you see the Ornn is desperate to try to save him, but he will go down anyway, and BDD will survive. The wallets are just gigantic right now on the side of KT. They take down the 2 carries, and that might just do it. KT Rolster looking for their first win in the series. Isaiah is desperate to just try to stop the wave from going down, but the TP will come in. And it's only Carrier as Steph 1 kill away from Legendary, I believe, here, as they will look to push to end and win game 2.
And this best of 5 after game 1 looked a little dicey, but KT bounced back in a big way. And the Telecom War continues for this final world spot as the Nexus falls here in game number 2.
The Nexus will fall, and we do, in fact, have a series on our hands. Anyone can take it from here, as KT have decided it's a bit late, but we will show up and actually play the game and give you a challenger against T1.
And you know, that is a man who has seen too much.
He definitely has, maybe too much for one man and one team, as BDD's on top of the damage charts again.
He's playing.